The Youth Forum Bible Camp has had a horse program for the last 40 years, and it's been a great addition to the camp. Now we'd like to take it a step further, make it a year-round program, hiring staff that is very capable, like Sherilyn, and running a year-round facility. We're right in the process of fundraising for a year-round facility to have a riding arena and have riding lessons indoors, as well as EAL, Equine Assisted Learning, and many other programs that we can offer because of a great brand new facility.
And the two actually go well together. Even though equine assisted learning is meant to teach the participants life skills and as a therapeutic modality, riding lessons also really impact people. It's more than just recreation. It's something about the horses that gets people right here. So I often use equine assisted learning and riding to help people develop skills and get through the difficult times in life and become more confident.
Izzy has been taking lessons here for about a year now, and I've seen her grow in her commitment level, her determination, and her perseverance.
Being a therapeutic riding instructor and equine assisted learning facilitator for the last 11 years in the Rostern area, I've really come to know that there's certainly a lot of interest in my own clients and just clients that I've come across over the years. There's a high need for more therapeutic and equine assisted learning base in this area, but there's also a big need for general riding, whether it be Western or English or different disciplines, and also for youth clubs, 4-H, pony club, things like that. There's a lot of interest, but we don't really have much available for these clubs and these different organizations and groups of people to come and have a place that they can do their activities. The other thing I see with the Valley Equestrian Centre is it's creating more of an opportunity to network equine enthusiasts together. They can join for both equine activities but also for informational seminars and a place that they can get together for having fun as well as learning.
Yeah, so as a social worker and a horse person myself, I wanted to look into what horse therapy could actually do. Right now I'm working in mental health, so I decided to do my own research on what exactly horses could help with and how it can impact your mental health. In doing the research that I've done, we know that equine assisted learning specifically can reduce depression, reduce anxiety, and boost mood, which is huge for a lot of people because talk therapy isn't that helpful often. Depending on how you see yourself and how you relate to the world, sitting in a dark room, often talking to another person really doesn't help that much. Getting out and getting fresh air, being with animals, that kind of thing is really beneficial and can really boost your mood a lot more effectively.
So I just wanted to share a couple stories that kind of, again, got me right here. One is from an EAL session I did with a youth that was very anxious. He actually had a diagnosis of anxiety, high anxiety, and he was riding a horse. It was after EAL actually. He was riding, and the horse was just like getting crazier and crazier by the minute and running around with his head up in the air. It was just looking like, okay, we gotta catch this kid because it's getting worse and worse. So we go and we grab the horse and say to the kid, like, your horse is getting worried. You need to just take a breath because something in you right now is really upsetting your horse. And so the youth goes, and he takes the biggest breath, and right after, immediately his horse does the exact same thing, drops his head, starts licking and chewing, and it was just amazing because even as a horse professional, like, the horses still amaze me at how intuitive they are. And as soon as this kid was able to take a breath and slow down and start coping with his anxiety, that horse was affected. That's just one example of how often horses help people.
After taking Izzy here for lessons, it has sparked an interest for myself, and I have started taking lessons as well. And I think the lessons that the horses have taught me have just applied to other areas of my life, such as motherhood, and I think that it's all been positive lessons that I've learned.
Another one was, this was a youth's first EAL session, and at the end of the session we always talk about what they've learned. We have an achievement board where they go pick life skills, and he picked the word trust. And so we asked him, why'd you pick trust? And he said, I can never trust people, but today I was actually able to trust the horse. And again, that was just impactful.
I think equine assisted learning specifically is really interesting because horses are so sensitive. Let's say you have a kid with anger issues and they're working with a horse, that horse is going to pick up when that kid is anxious and when they're starting to get angry. So that kid needs to learn how to regulate their emotions so that the horse calms down. So the horse is going to respond, and then it's up to the practitioner to step in, to calm that kid down, to say, look at how you're impacting that horse. So that's kind of how it impacts behavioral stuff, and also emotional regulation, learning how to relax, also teamwork. You're a team with that horse, and so being able to work with that horse calmly and effectively is really, really important.
My last story is of 2 adult participants of an EAL session. Again, it was their first time participating in an EAL session, and they actually worked together on a daily basis. And so I teamed them up, and they were working through an exercise, and one of them was just kind of burning through this exercise, doing his own thing, not worried about the other participant. And the other one, you could tell that he knew that this wasn't working, but he just didn't want to speak up. And so the horse was so confused. And so I stepped in and I just pointed out that the horse was confused. Something about their communication wasn't working. And they identified that sometimes the more dominant partner kind of just does his own thing without watching the other. And it wasn't until 2 months later, actually, the partner who wasn't speaking up said to me, ever since that EAL session, our working relationship has been better, because I know that I need to speak up when I have an idea, and the other person knows to take his time now and wait sometimes to make sure that we're on the same page.
So we're hoping to share this news with you and have you come and partner with us as we build the horse program of the Youth Farm Bible Camp.